In today's episode, we are going to learn about how to create an Android menu without using the menu XML file. That means we are going to create an Android menu without using the menu layout XML file, or we are going to create a menu dynamically or programmatically. So start a new Android application project. Go to main activity.java file. So for creating an option menu, you have to override a method called onCreateOptionsMenu. So here I'm going to override that method onCreateOptionsMenu. Okay, so here there is no need to inflate any XML file because we are not going to create the menu using XML file. We are going to create the menu items programmatically, or we are going to add each item into menu using program codes. Okay, so here in this method we got an argument of menu class. So by using this object you can add each menu item into the options menu. So here I'm going to add first item. So before going to add any item into the menu, we have to create some variables. So here I'm going to create some integer values: private static final int. I name it as send message send email equal to 0. One more variable: private static final int make call equal to 1. One private static final int, I make it a send cloud equal to 2. Okay, just create 3 static final integer variables: send email, send call, and send cloud. These variables are for just setting the ID of the menu items. Okay, so for adding each item into menu, you have to use a method called add method. So you have to use the menu object menu dot, there is a method called add method. Use that method, and in this method there are 4 arguments. The first argument represents the group ID, and the second argument represents the menu item ID, and the third argument represents the order of the item, and the final argument represents the title of the menu item. The first argument is the group ID, second one is the item ID, third one is the order ID, and final one is the title of the menu item. Okay, so here I'm going to add each argument. So here we are not using any menu group, so you have to pass none for that argument. So use the menu object. So we call the menu class and use its static variable called none. Okay, we just pass none because here in this menu there is no menu groups are available. And for second, you have to pass the first item ID. So here we are going to pass the first item ID as sent email. So I pass it as sent email. And the third one is the order in which the item appear on the menu. So if you are not specifying any order, you have to just pass none for it. So I just pass value none for it. Okay, and the final one is you have to specify a title for this item. I make a title here, sent email. Okay, so I add a first item into the menu. Now I'm going to add a second item and change the ID as sent. Make call and change the title into make call Okay, now I need to add one more item here. Change the title into send cloud. Yeah, change the title into send cloud. Okay, now we successfully add three items into the menu. Okay, so for adding the items into menu, you have to override a method called onCreateOptions menu, and you got an argument of the menu here, and by using that argument you can add each item into the menu. Okay, so we can check it out. Before I have to compile the project, so I need to clean it. Okay, now we can check the application. We can run the project. Okay, now the project built successfully. Now I'm going to run it. Run as Android application. Click OK and open emulator. Yeah, choose the emulator. Use the same device. Click OK. Okay, now we got the project on emulator, but you can see an overflow icon is now available on the action bar. That means there are some menu items are available on the action bar. Here it is not visible because we are not setting any show as method for the menu items. That's why it is not available on the action bar. So you can press the overflow icon and you can see the items. First item, send email, make call, and send cloud. Okay. So now we can check it out how to add an icon for these items and how to make it always visible on the action bar. For that we need an object of menu item it1 equal to this one, and for the second item menu item 2, and for the third item menu item 3. Okay, just create an object of menu item here, and I just access each menu item into these objects, item 1, item 2, and item 3. So by using this object I have to set an icon for it, and I have to set the visibility mode of each item. So first I'm going to set an icon for the first item, it1 dot set icon. I already add some icons on the drawable folder. I add three icons called cloud and email. So for first item it is sent email, so I'm going to set our dot drawable dot, the first item is email, so action email. Okay, now we have to set the icon for the other two items. The second one is make call, so change the icon into action call. Okay, and final one is send to cloud, so use the cloud icon. Okay, now we set icon for each of these menu items. Now we have to set it visible, always visible on the action bar. So for that it1 dot set, there is a method called set show as action, and now you have to specify the argument. So it is called from menu item dot, it is visible if there is sufficient space on the action bar. So I use this show as action if there is room. Okay, so we have to set it for each of the other two. Paste it here, one more, change it into it2, the second item, and final one is the third item. Okay, now we can check the project again. Now we set an icon for each menu item, and now it is visible on the action bar because On the action bar there is no items are available. That means there is sufficient rooms are available on the action bar. So these three items are visible on the action bar. So we can check it out. So run the project again. Open emulator. Yeah, now here the first item is set, the cloud is set. What happens? Yeah, the problem is here I've just forgot to change the object names. IT3. Okay, now check it again. On our Android application. Yeah, now it's visible. Now you can see that on the action bar there is no overflow icon is present because there is sufficient rooms are available on the action bar, and we got the three icons, menu items. So now we have to check how to handle the click events. When user click these items, how to handle the click events. For handle the click events of the menu items, you have to override another method called on options. There is a method called on options item selected. You have to override that method. So here you have to get the ID of each item. So you have to use a switch case statement. So item dot get item ID. You can get ID of each item from the subject of the menu item. Use this method get item ID, and first you have to check each value. If it is equal to send message, if it is equal to send email, just show a message using toast dot make text. Get the base context. You select the email option. Okay, and specify duration. Toast dot make it short, and finally make it visible using show method. Okay, and return true. Okay, now we have to check the second case. Second case is make call. If the user click the call button, you select the call option. Okay, and here also return true, and final one is send to cloud. If it is send cloud option, you select the cloud option. You select the cloud option. Okay, and on default you have to return false. So this break is not needed. Also this is also not needed. There is a bracket is missing. I think there is a bracket missing, so we have to close the bracket. Okay, now it's fine. Now we can check it again. So I'm going to run the application again. So select the project and run it. Now open emulator. Okay, now I'm going to select the first item, message item. You select the email option. Now I select the second call option. You select the call option, and final one is the cloud item. Select the cloud option. Okay, guys, this is how we create a menu in Android programmatically. That means without using the menu layout XML file. I hope you enjoy this video. Please try this yourself. Please subscribe my channel now for getting more video updates. Thank you for watching. See you in the next part.